Something extraordinary happened in the House of Commons this week, and it didn't involve a clever line or a political soundbite. It involved a prime minister being forced to show up. Keir Starmer had just committed British troops to a potential deployment in Ukraine, a historic decision, a decision that touches the lives of every family in this country. And yet, he had no intention of coming before Parliament to explain himself. No full statement, no structured accountability, just a vague promise to address it in due course. That phrase, in due course, tells you everything you need to know about how this government views Parliament, not as a chamber of scrutiny, but as an inconvenience to be managed. The Speaker himself acknowledged it. Even opposition voices across the benches were unsatisfied. Because when a Prime Minister puts British boots on foreign soil, the House of Commons isn't optional. It's a constitutional obligation. And here's what makes this even more telling. Starmer only turned up because he had to. PMQs isn't voluntary. It's the 1 hour in the week where he cannot hide. Where the cameras are on, the chamber is full, and the questions come whether he likes them or not. His opponents knew it. The chamber knew it. And frankly, so did he. Take a look at what just happened inside the Commons, because the body language, the deflections, and the Speaker's own intervention say more than any press release ever could.
The opposition, Keir
The last few days have seen significant international events. The US operation in Venezuela, threats towards Greenland, and an agreement to put British troops on the ground in Ukraine. So it is frankly astonishing that the Prime Minister is not making a full statement to Parliament today. No Prime Minister, Labour or Conservative, has failed to make a statement to the House in person after committing to the deployment of British troops. His comments about making a statement in due course, quite frankly, are not good enough. It shows a fundamental lack of respect for all of us here and the people we represent.
Mr. Speaker, there will be a statement to the House at the earliest opportunity. There could hardly be an opportunity. They claim they want to know about this, and they're trying to shout me down. Mr. Speaker, in relation to the House, if there were a decision to deploy under the agreement that was signed yesterday, then I would put that matter to this House for a debate beforehand and for a vote on that deployment. That is consistent with recent practice, and I'll adhere to that.
Mr. Speaker, why is today not the earliest opportunity? The truth is, the Prime Minister does not want everybody in this House to be able to ask him questions. So he leaves it just to Prime Minister's questions half an hour.
Please. I've also requested that we do need an early statement. This House should always be informed first. So I don't like the chantering. Let the questions continue.
Well, one of them asked that he is here. He's got no choice but to be here for Prime Minister's questions. That's why he's here. If he could skip this, we know he would do.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, she says she wants to hear about Ukraine. She's got 6 questions. She's not even asking a second question about what we did yesterday. She's got the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, in relation...
Sorry, can I help the Prime Minister? You don't need to worry about the responsibility of the questions of the opposition. That's their job.
Mr. Speaker, NATO is the single most important and effective military alliance the world has ever seen.
Watched wasn't simply a heated exchange. It was a constitutional argument playing out in real time. The leader of the opposition made a point that is very difficult to dismiss. No Prime Minister, Labour or Conservative, has historically failed to make a personal statement to the House after committing to a military deployment. That's not a partisan claim. That's parliamentary precedent, and Starmer broke it. His response, that a vote would happen if a deployment decision were made, is a careful legal dodge. He's drawing a distinction between signing an agreement and actually deploying troops. But that distinction feels hollow when the agreement was signed yesterday and Parliament is sitting today. The opportunity existed. He chose not to take it. What this moment reveals is a broader pattern with this government. Accountability on their own terms, on their own timeline. Questions answered only when they cannot be avoided. Statements made only when the pressure becomes unsustainable. Parliament treated less as a sovereign institution and more as a scheduling problem. For a Prime Minister who ran on restoring trust in politics, the optics here are damaging, and the irony is not lost. The more Starmer tries to control the narrative, the more moments like this one escape it entirely. If you found this analysis useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown when these moments matter most.